Welcome back to another Team Drop Thursdays. As you can see, I've been ditched by Joshy. No clue where he is or what he's doing. And frankly, does anybody care? No, I'm joking. I wish him all the best. Hope he's doing well. I'm sure he's absolutely deeply saddened by the tragic loss that was the Carlton Football Club. We know he's an avid supporter of them, and I'm sure his emotions were just all over the place as they lost to an absolute powerhouse last week. And that's just going to kick us straight off into Carlton and Brisbane. I mean, if Brisbane don't win this by like 10 goals, I think something's going on because they've got a fantastic Marvel record. But in for Carlton, we have Chincotta, who again, I mean, kind of looks a little bit like Joshy if we're looking at it. Maybe from a distance with a slight angle, sun in our eyes. Corey Durden's in, Francis Evans is out, and Blake Acres has been omitted. We knew this yesterday. No idea why Acres has been omitted. But honestly, who cares? In for Brisbane, the Big O is back and Sammy Day is out. It clearly says personal reasons, so hopefully he's all right. One thing that I hate seeing here, Mark Pitnett, probably a really nice guy, but still, Tom de Koning, he's going to play forward. Quote from Voss, hate it. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't like it at all. Personally, I'm trading TDK. I'm going down to one trade. You all know me. I hate Carlton with all my entity. I hate watching them. And it just infuriates me to see when TDK is playing forward. So definitely get on the unders for his disposals. And yeah, I don't like it at all. Going to drop bulk cash. Have no reason to keep him. I think he's just got to go, honestly. Chincotta coming in probably goes back pocket. Who's he going to tag? It's probably going to be Neil or Zorko. I don't know why no one touches McCluggage, but that never seems to happen. I'm sure the subs will be announced shortly. Is it going to be Young again, or is it going to be Durden? Not too sure. And probably for Brisbane, I reckon it might be Kai. Looking at this, I'd be shocked if it's Levi. Personally, he offers more than Kai. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else more to go through on this game, and hopefully Brisbane absolutely destroy them because watching Carlton's downfall is absolutely glorious. Moving on, love this. But in saying that, Lipinski being managed, Brody being managed, and Will Parker being admitted for Sidebottom, Schultz, and Cox. Cox has done nothing to earn a recall. Don't know if I like that specific inclusion that much, but Lipinski's the best kick inside 50, so that's going to hit us like a truck. And Checkers, fantastic. Give him a rest. I actually think Suns win this. They play People First Stadium really, really well. And Sexton is out. Moyle is out. Witts is back in. He's had his rest. And David Swallow is in. Good to see Schultz back in. And I honestly think this is going to be game of the round. Considering it's up there, it's going to be fantastic. And I don't know, they seem to always play well against us, especially up there. And this is like their grand final. I mean, they're not going to have a bigger game than this all year, except for finals. So I think Friday night's going to be an absolute belter. Interesting that Ed Allen is not back in after being left out. Well, he had sickness last week, but thought he'd been doing pretty well. Moving on, I guess we can go through the subs. It's probably going to either be Markov or Steele for us. For them, probably David Swallow. Yeah, actually, I think it'd be David Swallow, to be fair. I don't see Ethan Reid being sub. Clossy offers much more than Swallow. Buderick is a great defender, and Joel Jeffrey was amazing last week. So, yeah, again, not too much to touch on. There's no Sam Collins, which is interesting for them. Not SuperCoach relevant, though. We have Bulldogs and Adelaide out. Taylor Joray, Lockie McNeil in, Davidson and Dolan in, Braden Cook, Chase Jones, Wayne Malira out, Brodie Smith, Rochelle and Lockie Murphy. This is interesting because I am super scared Isaac Rankin is just going to play purely as a forward. Like, that's terrible, honestly, for SuperCoach. I mean, he kicked 5 last week. He was fantastic, but the role was shocking. Absolutely shocking. And now with Rochelle out, like, what Chase Jones, defender / mid, Malira is going to run off halfback. Braden Cook, I wouldn't even know much about him. So that just screams to me that Rankin's going to sit inside that forward line. And I reckon it's probably going to be a high-scoring game, so he still could do well. But if you've got the option to loop him, I'm 100% doing so. Like, I'm looping Lord Nedrick up here with Rankin because that, like, forward pocket, no thank you. No thank you at all. I hate that with a passion. But, I mean, doesn't, like, Luke Pedlar, if you've still got him named emergency, that's fantastic. He's on my bench. But apart from that, I think probably Cook is going to be sub or Zach Taylor. And then probably Dolan is going to be the sub for the Bulldogs. Oh, I know our hit rate of calling the subs has been shocking this year, but I'm going to blame that on Joshy because he's not here. And moving on, in Bailey Smith, out Mitch Duncan. Did his AC joint or copped a knock there? And this is pretty stock standard. Like, we knew Whitfield was going to come back in. We knew Hogan was going to come back in. Grzelski out and Leak out for the Giants. We'll note that Bedford has not been tagging recently, but Kingsley alluded to it today in his presser that they're probably going to send Bedford to Smith. So I reckon Holmes just does his thing and Bedford tries to shut down Smith. Not too sure if he can run with him, but I guess we'll see how that unfolds. Nothing to do with the lineup that is overly concerning. Stevens is going to be in the 23, so that leaves me to think that Bose is going to be the sub. And I think Rouston plays, Fonte plays, Brown plays, so it's probably going to be Stringer or Thomas. And actually, in this game, I do not mind a sneaky Tom Green, either VC or C, because he's got a fantastic record against the Cats. Just putting that out there. And who cares about the emergencies, honestly? This is going to be interesting because, oh, my goodness, the king himself, Elijah Sardis, is back. It's about time. I mean, it's only taken, almost till the end of the season for Scott to realise that, hang on, maybe this kid is a superstar, which he is. About time. Actually, there's your captaincy option right there. In for Richmond, we have James Tresize, Taj Houghton is debuting, Tyler Young, Jacob Kaczynski, Jaden Shorts back from the Shadow Realm, Noah Bolter. Personal reason, what is that? Like, that's just complete and utter BS. That should be curfew or jail sentence, honestly. Jasper Alga is injured, Ralph Smith is injured, Blight is omitted, Sammy Layla's done his hammy again. And in for the Dons, you got Mason Redman, the King, T-Man, Sardis, Oscar Smart's debuting. Out Archie Perkins, Jai Caldwell is going to cause some issues for owners, and Jade Gresham. I mean, I swear to God, thank God. Does anybody actually see E. Sardis here? That's wonderful. Amazing that he's named as a follower, which is about time. I really, really like Merritt for a C option if you're going an early VC in the week. But I think this game will be a little bit closer than what people think. Archie May was always going to hold his spot. Kako finally had his first spike game, even though we're like 4/5 through the season. And again, Clark, Johnson holds. Is Clark named on field? Yes, he is. And I think Essendon win, but really like the look of a Zach Merritt C in this game. And I wouldn't put it past Scott to make Smart the sub either. And Richmond sub, I genuinely just have no interest, nor do I care. Emergencies. Thought Vicentini was pretty good. Bit stiff to be an emergency, but obviously you've got the old man Goldie, which he's continuing to get a payday. Good on him. We're moving on. 4 Freo in. Sammy Switowski, Oscar McDonald, Neil Erasmus admitted. That's stiff. Alex Pearce injured. In. Cal Shadeen. In. Finn McGuinness. Max Ramsden has been admitted. Seamus Mitchell is injured. Still no Butler. Can't remember if he was listed as a 1 to 2. But it'll be interesting to see if he's... No, he's not an emergency, so maybe he actually is injured. I dare say I'll be super surprised if McGuinness has not been brought back in to tag Caleb Sarong. Reckon he clamps him because Sarong was... He came good last week, but the first half he was less than impressive. Cal Shadir's back, not SuperCoach relevant, but good to see him back. And for those with Neil Erasmus, I know one of my good friends has been banging on about him, but now he's out. And I dare say if he's extremely disgruntled, he's probably looking to leave at the end of the year, which I don't blame him. There is nothing here that actually has any relevance, again, towards me. I mean, bench, like, who cares? They're still going with the double ruck. I mean, it impacts Jackson to an extent. But he can just play as that tall midfielder, and he's fantastic. So if you've still got him, no reason to hold him, to trade him. But apart from that, there's no Butler. Dylan Moore was touted a few weeks ago, then got subbed and managed, came back from the injury. Shai Bolton playing at half forward. I absolutely hate that. If you got trades, it's time to move him on. But apart from that, nothing of interest here. Melbourne and North Melbourne. Oh my goodness. In. Jack Henderson, Tommy Campbell, Caleb Windsor, Blake Howes. Out. Harry Sharp's been admitted. In for North, Luke Parker, Darling, Callum Coleman-Jones, Zach Fisher, Charlie Comben. Out. The bloke who has arguably the most stupidest contract in the AFL because he's not worth what he's on, but good on him. LDU's injured. Nick Larkey's injured after only rocking up for the first half last week. Shouldn't really say that, but he got injured and had 4-1 in the first quarter and could have had 5, but he decided to go around the banana, and that was terrible. I really, really if I'm trading TDK, Jerry is coming in. He's been named. I think he's all good to go. The extended bench stuff, oh my God, I hate this. There's no one of SuperCoach relevance that's been named here. I dare say that McKercher's been named at half forward again. We know he's not going to play that role. Although I do like Sheasel actually named as a follower, although I'm not big on looking into team sheets because McKercher's played half-back flank and literally racked them up for the past month. He's named at half forward. Been named at half forward the entire time, which just taking the PI 55 by Clarko. Sheasel should play a lot more midfield minutes. I know Parker's back in and LDU's out, but it was amazing to see, I think Freako tweeted it out that Sheasel just absolutely went bananas when moved into the middle. I mean, doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that out. Amazing what happens when you play players in their preferred positions. Gawn and Jerry handing over the mantle of the best SuperCoach ruck potentially to Jerry. I know Gawn's been down a little bit, but still a superstar. And again, there's nothing here that is worth talking about, in my opinion. It's getting team lineups. Lineups are getting a little bit boring as we get to almost the end of the season. Moving on. St Kilda and Sydney in. Liam O'Connell, Max Heath, Hugh Boxall, Ryan Burns, Liam Stocker, Darcy Wilson is out. Jimmy Webster is out. It's clear Max Heath has gone above Boyd. In for the Swans, Laddams, Bice, Florent, Francis, Warnock of the Corey variety. Out, Papley's injured. Geez, that lasts long. Same with Amati. I mean, wow. Interchange. This is, yeah. I don't think Matt Roberts again. Ooh, what a fall from grace that is. I don't think Boxall plays at all. I don't think Heath plays at all. If I had to choose, it's probably Clark, Keeler, Hasty, Henry, and O'Connell, and probably one of them is sub, probably Hasty. Be nice to see Boxall play because he has been doing really well in the twos, but Ross he kills rookies. Look what he did to Hasty. Had like 12 at halftime and then subbed and then banished. Again, if you've still got Roberts, I don't know what you're doing. Time to move him on was last week, about now before the game when he was announced as sub. And yeah, I mean, Marshall versus Grundy is going to be a very, very good game. I think Rowbottom's probably going to do a job on Steele, although I don't reckon it'll be a direct tag. And where's Windhager? Like, the biggest lock of the week is going to be... Where is he? Oh, God. Where is Windhager? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, no idea where he is. Can't see him. But I'm certain Windhager will 100%. He's playing... Oh, that's not going to happen. That's a load of crap. Windhager's not going to play back pocket. He's 100% going to sit on Errol Goulden all day. All day. And I really, really like Mills a lot more without Matt Roberts. Now, we all knew that Roberts' role was going to be impacted as soon as Mills was back. Look what happened. Mills is scoring really, really well. Roberts is getting the vest. Bice is not even getting a game. And moving on, you got Port. Oh, of course, it's not even announced. Jesus Christ. You just got to love this website, don't you? If anyone remembers, me and SuperCoach Pro sat here for probably 40 minutes one night because, here we go. Oh, something's going on here. Not my favourite man, Bo Allen, gone. This is fantastic to see. Will Lorenz is back. Rory Atkins is back. Logan Evans is back. Soldo's back. Ollie Lord's back. Manny Joshy Liddy is back. Out Vicentini. The Rat's gone. Power Pepper's done an ACL, which is unfortunate. In Tommy Cole, Noah Long, Rhett Bazzo, Matty Owies is back. Jeez, that's a blast from the past. Tommy Gross. Mr. Duar is back. Sandy Brock omitted, which is a bit stiff, but understandable. Tim Kelly has done nothing for literally an eternity now, so that's warranted. But Allen, I thought it's very stiff. Shout out to Mr. Peanut himself. On the interchange, we know what's going to happen here. Duar will play. Williams will play. Gross should play. Marich plays. And probably Noah Long or Hutchinson would be the sub. Sin plays. Jackson plays. Evans plays. Lord plays. And probably Liddy, Atkins, or Lorenz is the sub. And I don't think there's anything to go through here, which is, I think we all know Tommy McCarthy's not going to get dropped, but Port could seriously fill your boots with this, even though West Coast have been good. They have been good. There's not any outstanding omissions. Bo Allen being out, that just helps with looping if you've got that option. But that's the team drops. I'm very surprised Lipinski's been managed, going back to that game. I don't think there's anything else of relevance that anyone owns. It's more positional changes, like I'm terrified that Rankin's just going to play forward pocket. forward pocket, and that's shocking. Absolutely. I'm looping him with Ned Long, as I said. And while we get to some questions, we're just going to have this absolutely gorgeous individual, if it's ever going to load. Maybe not. Maybe it will. We're just going to have him as our background. As a tribute to what Essendon are going to lose next year when he leaves. We're going to get to some questions now. Brandon the Don Unaka, thank you very much for being here again, mate. He says, hey, legends. Well, there's only one of them tonight because the other one just, no communications. Catcher. Caldwell replacement. He wants Libby this week or wait for Ed Richards next week. I would honestly wait for Ed Richards. I honestly would. If it's out of those two. I don't like bringing Merritt in this week. Purely only because it's going to be a quick sugar fix and he's going to go bananas. But then he does have some tags coming up, which is annoying. I'd wait for Ed Richards next week. Jerbs, shout out to you, mate. You helped me before stream with the audio. That was fantastic. He says that he can't believe Joshy left you to go hand solo on the stream tonight. If you ever need Tech Wizard Daddy Jerbs to help you out, just let me know. I will, mate. He says that he hasn't thought about his team all week. He's probably going to tread water this week unless a shock out screws me. Would love to toss TDK out if it's the second ruck for whatever TDK plus 96k can get me. I don't know what that works out to, but yeah. I hate TDK with Pitnet in. Really do. And the quote from Voss is just silver lining. You're going to play forward, mate, because you're going on the Saints next year. Jerbs also says a Brisbane win by 60 points. I would love that. Kepsy Max says TDK to not much in the bank. You just got to stick it out then, mate. Stick it out. It's a bit stiff, but what are you going to do? Honestly, you kind of need to trade again, which I don't know if you want to be doing. That's a hard scenario. Jerbs reckons Big O is going to be the sub. They want him to ease him in. If not, then Gardner. Emmett of Joel says the mic is beautiful. Yes, we dipped into the sword play kitty and we went out and bought a new headset and about time it actually worked. Matty Sav says, hey, mate, I can go Gray and TDK to a 99k and Marshall / Wheat / Meek and have one trade left. What do you think? Hate the 2 ruck and forward move. Marshall, Witts, or Meek don't scream pick me. If I'm trading TDK, I'm going to Gawn or Jerry, in my opinion. Or Grundy, of course. That's just what I'd be doing. Emmett of Joel, sneaky Sheriff VC or B-save with Bont into Sherry. Nah, don't go Sheriff VC. No way. Nah, don't like that at all. Don't like that. No, thank you at all. No. I will be going Nakos VC 100%. Yep. I know he's had the flu, but it's just going to be disposal to galore. Also, don't hate Anderson VC either. He always kills us. Matty M says, 1 primo forward short, 158k bank, 5 trades. If I trade Johnson to Charleston and then Butler out, it allows me to get a forward for 470k. Or do I just hold and look for McRae, etc. next week? Nah, I'm not getting Rankin this week. No way. Nah, rumours going around from Jakey Sauce on Twitter, who is a huge Crow supporter, good man as well. Rankin trained exclusively with the forwards. So, nah, I'm not bringing Rankin in. If you've got Rankin, you don't trade him, but you don't bring him in. No, wait for McRae. Honestly, wait for McRae. Simple as that. Jerb says, Sardis sub surely, plus Tigers to win by 10 points. If Sardis is a sub, I hope the hanger burns down, honestly. Yep, that's just my opinion. Dalek says, Bont or Zeret into Butters. Zeret into Butters. And hope you're doing great today as well, mate. Thank you again for dropping by. Jackie B, g'day Scobes, how are you, legend? I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Dacos into Merritt for me. That's literally what I'm doing. Yep. Does your boy Nick D get any attention? Could also look at Merritt into Rosie, but prefer option 1. I honestly think Gold Coast and Collingwood is going to be a better game than Rosie, so Port into West Coast. So I'm Like, there won't be much scaling for Rosie, but he could fill his boots. In saying that, I think it's going to be a hard game for the Pies. Therefore, it's going to be close, which is going to equal more scaling. Like, honestly, anything 120, and I tweeted this last week because, my God, so many people, I decided to go against the 120 VC. No, you don't go against the 120 VC. Simple as that. Don't care. Don't care. Like, Bailey Smith had Richmond. Was it laid out? Max Holmes had 4 million possessions but couldn't hit a target. Did he go above 120? No. You take 120 every single day of the week. Simple as that. Don't care. Like, obviously, if it's buy rounds, lower that threshold just a tiny little bit. But it's purely it's your fault. Like, if you took a Gawn, a Brayshaw, or I can't remember who else it was. I think it was Holmes, actually. That's on you. Like, just play the percentages. Don't be a hero. Simple as that. Yeah, it might come off once and you look like a superstar. You can post your picture and that's fantastic. It didn't take a 125, so I got 140. Congratulations. How many other times have you lost a 120 VC banked score for a flat 100? I mean, you work it out. Back to this, it's option one. Simple as that. And I don't think he gets attention. No, it's going to be a disposal fest. Jerb says, might say YOLO and go TDK to DCAM. Leaves me with three trades and 2K in the bank. But fell 1K spots, 6.5K. Good pod. Good pod. Darcy Cameron is working his way for a huge payday, and he deserves it. Has been absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Jerb says, Sandy Brock, no. I know. Terrible. There's someone in the chat that absolutely loves Sandy Brock. What is this? Goodness. Absolutely loves him, and he's been omitted. So that's sad for him. Hawksy, good to see you here, mate. Do not apologise for anything. No. He says, thank you, Neil Erasmus, for making nice coin. Goodbye, dear friend. Well, I think it's time to go, mate. Meekin for TDK. Honestly, I wouldn't waste that trade. Hawksy says, Joshy has been omitted. Absolutely, he has been. Johnny F, good question. Best buy for 500k, any position? Genuinely, no clue. No clue. But let's have a look. 500k. Right. Just doing it on my phone because it's so much easier and it lags so much and we don't want to get rid of Elijah Sardis's beautiful face. Oh. Honestly, you're looking at not much. I assume you've got Petrarca, probably got Jack Sinclair. If you don't, I'll be going. I actually really like Noble. Really like that pick. If you want to get real pod-like, you go a Cozzy Pickett. Don't trust Chad Warner just yet. Yeah, that's harsh. I mean, it's probably out of Sinclair. I'm not even going to suggest John Newcomb. No way. I wouldn't put anyone through that. It's probably Sinclair, Noble, or Pickett, mate, out of those three. Big H, man. Shout out to you, mate. 3 trades, hardly no cash. Trade Bolton. Don't know who you can get to, mate. Honestly, don't. If you got a price threshold, that would help out. Jesse Cardinale says, hey, legend, 4 trades left, 300k in the bank. Jesus. Have Bolton, TDK, and Clark on field. Can do Clark up to McRae or TDK up to Gawn and upgrade Clark later. Oh, honestly, Clark has every chance to score as well as TDK. So literally go TDK up to Gawn. Upgrade Clark later. More than happy with that, mate. More than happy with that. Fury says, should I get Goulden, Callaghan, or McCluggage? Honestly, Goulden's going to get clamped this week. Does Callaghan get a run with roll from Mullen? I'd lean between Callaghan and McCluggage, mate. Scotty Mackay says, Scobes, how are you, bro? Thinking of going early on Caldwell to Ed Richards. Not really fussed if he loses money at this stage. Got a feeling Sarong cops a tag, so Brayshaw bounce back into Butters. Good, mate. Caldwell to Ed Richards. Yeah, I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I 100% Sarong cops to tag. I don't understand why they would play McGuinness if he's not going to tag. That, yeah. Hawksy, do you guys reckon if Jaden Laverde is live streaming on Twitch, we can rate him? I'd probably suggest that he works on his career rather than his gaming. Yeah, yep. I mean, if he's on Twitch, maybe I go for it. Like, who cares? The only man from Essendon that I care about is a man on screen. Jerb says, what's in the Gatorade bottle, Mr. Scobes? It is water, thank you, mate. What do you think of Caldwell for Martin? I absolutely love it, Mr. Wickens. Absolutely love it. And yes, Martin could go absolutely bananas. He's also shouted out Myers as well. Fantastic. Yep. Hawksy says, I brought McRae in for Erasmus, even though Martin will probably score more this week. Finals run is too good. Agreed. Oh, hey, she got 500k, mate. All the players I said before, honestly, that's insane. 500k. As I said before, you probably got Petrarca. I think you probably got Sinclair. Honestly, it's a Pickett or Noble for me, mate. And that's just pure pod. Like, that also accompanied by what they can do. That's, yeah, really big on that. Hawksy says, VC Dacos to C Butters, but I'm really tempted to go Nando instead of Dacos. Tempted to go with the gut, but Dacos. See, I don't know if he's safer. I don't think he is. Because I think our midfield has more cohesion, but if they're to win, which I think they do, one of their mids has to go bananas. And we just saw last week that Real had to have like 15 plus tackles or whatever it was to ton up. Not saying that he doesn't need to do it again, but if they're going to win, I think Anderson's probably going to have 35 plus. And I think there's more chance of him doing that and being relied more on than Dacos going bananas. I just think our midfield is a little bit more less dependent on Dacos now than Gold Coast's on Anderson if they were to win, which I think they will. Scopes, you don't happen to have received or know any Twitter user who copped a suspicious 5-year ban. Firstly, just let me say, my God, like, you don't, as much crap as I give Carlton, like, who honestly rings up whatever line it was at the MCG, reports 23 missing people that played for Carlton and says it's going to be an attempt on Voss's life. Like, just grow up. That's terrible, honestly. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. And if you're that sad, I mean, have a look at yourself in the mirror because that's pathetic. Sometimes I wonder how much better off I would have been this season if I backed my gut in and got McCluggage instead of Nakos. I mean, the worst thing you can do in any kind of fantasy sport is go with the crowd when you don't want to, and then it doesn't work out how you thought it would. Always back your gut. You can get advice from whoever you want, from someone that's won the thing like 40 times, whatever it is. Finish top 10, 17 times in a row. But if you don't go with your gut and that pick just blows up in your face, then that's on you. That's the worst feeling. Jerbs also says, what are your top 3 gym exercises plus any tips to get gains? You're my favourite Ewok-sized bodybuilder. Joel Smith is number. I like that, mate. Jesus Christ. Oh, we've got a little dinosaur running around. Top 3. Any tips? Just literally eat red meat, protein. Simple as that. Whatever you weigh, double it and consume that in a day worth of protein. Simple as that. If you weigh 70, then consume 140 grams of protein. And look at me, I am not a health nutritionalist, so don't take what I say for law. Simple as that. And consistency. Like, don't make excuses. Simple as that. People that make excuses for whatever they want, they just don't surround yourself with people like that. Like Joshy, who couldn't come on tonight. Hey, fellas, thoughts on whether I should go for Naz or Butters as a captaincy option? Mainly worried about a possible James Jordan. Yeah, I get that. Nah, it'd be on Butters. 100%. Butters, easy. Hawksy, is Stephen May a ridiculous sub 500k pod? I'm looking at Melbourne run for defenders and he's scoring okay. Might be grasping at straws to be different for old mate, looking for a 500. Would prefer Johnny Noble. Would prefer him. And, I mean, like, do you really want Stephen May in your team? Really? Nah. I prefer the little pale man from up north. Simple as that. I don't want him. I'm not that crazy. Depends if you want to be very... Yep. Absolutely. H says, what do you think of Darren McDonough? Never stepped foot in it, mate. Never. Couldn't tell you. Wouldn't know it from bar soap. Be lucky to spell it. Hawksy says, nutrition and Supercoach don't mix. I mean, yeah, I get that. But you got to have an outlet for something, don't you? And if your Supercoach team's crap like mine, actually, I haven't even put it on the screen. I do apologise. I'm so sorry. I mean, we can have Mr. Sardis up there as much as we want, but I don't think he'll be a sub, but if you guys want to see the team, it's nothing amazing. When it loads far out, that's crap. Hawksy says, there we go. Unless you're Hippo. Yeah. Shout out to him. Joshy actually tried to get him on the pod, but he was super, super busy. He's got his own channel to run and own things to do. So, yeah, I mean, just didn't happen. We are going to stop sharing that. Why is this not working? Of course it freezes. Bear with me. My God, we don't like doing things on the run here. In fact, we don't like running for anything. Oh, God. By the way, just putting it out there, I'm going down to one trade. Don't know if anyone cares or if they want to know, but this is I genuinely cannot stand TDK doing absolutely nothing in that forward line and the extra incentive of not having to check Carlton scores as much. Nah. Terrible. So I'm bringing Jerry and Shanahan in, which they've been named. That's fantastic. Long is being looped with Rankin via Wicks, which is wonderful. The only reason I'm looping Zorko is purely because of the fixtures. Look down here. I think Dale will be fine. He'll bounce back. I'm not going to loop Tommy Stewart. And chances are that out of all these defenders, Zorko's the one that cops the Chincott attack. So that's literally why I'm doing it. Self-explanatory here with Ned Long. He was okay last week. Got a little bit ripped off, but the fact that Titch is back in, then I'm purely looping him with Rankin. I'd take an 80 and bench Rankin for weeks taking Long. I think Chera bounces back. I mean, he's been good. Carlton supporters saying that he needs to be dropped. I mean, pull your head in. He's the only one that showed a couple of bits of heart in the past month, actually, all year, to be fair. He's been fantastic. Not just a Supercoach pick, but a pickup and warranted the contract extension, to be fair. I will be going Dacos into Merritt. Tommy Green, I don't mind. Fantastic record against the Cats. But besides that, as you can see, the team is pretty grim. McKirch has been fantastic. Shout out to Joshy, who reckons he's still going to lose the role. Waiting for that to happen. Zorko, I think I'd take a 95 from Zorko. If not, risk it with McCarthy. But yeah, the reason I'm going down to one trade is purely because of the flexibility, and I believe I can get through the rest of the year with the flexibility at hand. Mid forwards, ranking fieldable options. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Fieldable options, not premiums. We've had this discussion before. Difference between premiums and fieldable options. These premiums right here, fieldable options. But in saying that, can guarantee you there's a team out there that has less fieldable options but better premiums and will outscore me by 300 this week. It's how the game goes. I'm sitting at 4.2k rank, I believe, as well. I don't think I shouted that out. Let's get back to the questions because honestly, you're not here to look at that absolute bag of all sorts. Paris. Hey, brother, who would you look with McCarthy in the back line out of Zorko, Sinclair, or Sheasel, currently ranked 52? Jesus Christ, if I get this wrong, you'll sue me. I'll just do what I'm doing. Zorko. Simple as that. Jerb says, I like the white/golden glow you seem to have currently, Mr. Scobes. Real teamer, Super Saiyan, Goku energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's just wonderful. Sometimes I stand over the toilet like Goku, charging up for Super Saiyan and scream if the poo hurties my bottom. That's wonderful, mate. That's wonderful. I hope whatever bowel movements is happening with you comes to fruition and it doesn't hurt. Hawksy says, TDK, DPP, please. Honestly, like, who cares right now? Even if you got DPP right now, still not a forward option. And next year, there's going to be so many different things that changes. Like, if he goes to St Kilda and Rowan Marshall leaves and he plays as Sol Rock, then yes, interested. But like all these people making lists for next year's SuperCoach, you need to pick players under X years old. Like, honestly, who cares? Who cares? Have your list, that's fantastic. But there's so many variables that are going to change before that happens. Like, trades go through, injuries happen, season-ending injuries. It's just relax a little bit. What's more likely, McKercher loses a role or Carlton make finals? Carlton can't make finals. Like, that's definitive. But it's got to be McKercher, doesn't it? Johnny F. Tempted to go with a Myers, but what are the thoughts on a Mills or McKercher? I like McKercher. I was big on him. Yes, he butchers it, and I know we're not allowed to say that on this channel, but you know what? Some people just really, really shouldn't drink and tweet. Yes, he butchers it, but he's literally like looking at his disposal lines. It literally starts today. I saw it started at 24. So that's bookies odds saying that he, like, anything under 24, you cannot jump on. So that tells me he's going to get a lot of the pill, which is good for SuperCoach. It's going to be one game where he has like a 160 because he's had 35 and gone at 92%. No worries. And he doesn't mind sneaking forward and kicking a sausage. Like, it's simple as that. And they got Melbourne. 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 Do I need to say more? Like, honestly, they should win that. Really, they should. JP, got 2 trades. Do I trade TDK? Need some context, mate. Like, what are you doing? Do you have bench coverage like I do on screen, or like what's going on here? Like, I'm trading I'm trading TDK to Jerry using 2 trades, going down to 1, purely because I believe that I can cover every single line if needed for multiple weeks. And at this rate, like, I don't, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to continuously have TDK, who, yes, it might be priced as a fieldable option, but is not scoring like a premium or a fieldable option? So there's every chance that Shanahan outscores TDK this week, and he is a rookie. That's why terms must be used very sparingly, because right now the price does not suggest that TDK is a premium at all. Fieldable option, understandable, but nah. I'm huge on trading him out. Could all just go terribly next week. Pitnet does his calf this week. TDK, Sol Rock. But what Voss said, not loving it. Also, who are the subs tonight? Thanks for no one for sending that in. Subs. I got no idea. Subs. Gardner and Cooper Lord. Well, there you go. Hit rate is terrible. So whoever suggested Gardner, wonderful. We're just about done. Literally just about done. Jeez, you get through it really quick without Joshy talking an absolute smack. VC, I'm going Dacos into Merritt because I don't like Richmond aren't going to tag Essendon. But yeah, and shout out to, I think it was Jerb said Gardner was going to be sub, Brisbane man, so he was spot on to that. Honestly, I hope Carlton get absolutely pants tonight. Zorko 130, and that'd be wonderful. I hope Lockie Neal does something. That would be great. Did do well last week, but I've sat through enough Lockie Neal pain to he could score 170 this week. And against Carlton, they could win by 100, and he still hasn't repaid the faith. Love Anderson into a Merritt / Butters Rosé. If I owned them, that would be my preferred option. And yeah, that's genuinely it. Actually, Hawksy sent a late one in, so we'll get to it. I've got 2 trades, but luckily traded TDK to Marshall before buys. Nearly went back the other way a few weeks ago, thank God, but you did well, mate. Did well for that. Harrison said, what should I try to aim for in the coming weeks with my team? Gonna need some context, mate, because I've got no idea what that means. If you're just in like a mates league, aim for top. If you literally just want to hang crap on one of your mates and you've got a head-to-head with them in the next coming weeks, aim to beat them by as much as humanly possible and then never let them forget about it. Simple as that. No idea. If you rank 10, aim for rank 1. If you rank 40k, aim for whatever you think's possible. Shouldn't be the one telling you what you should be aiming for with your team. And on that note, we're done. I'm done. No idea if we've got an outro video. Oh, we do. No, we don't. We do. Fantastic. That's wonderful. That's perfect. Finally, we've got an outro video. That's awesome. Anyway, captaincy's being done. Check out the boys' captaincy roundup as well from the third man up. Literally, look for green. Look for where it aligns up for your loop. Perfect. You do not need to sort anything else out. If you need rookies, have a look at what they've put up for their rookie data dump. I know it's becoming less relevant as we run out of trades, but the work that goes into it is amazing. So just have a look, give it a like, give it a retweet. Don't be stingy. Just do it. And if you have any disagreements with anything I said tonight, and I hope to God, it's nothing that like, oh, Carlton's not crap. Well, they are stiff and it's glorious. Anything you've got that you want to talk about, converse, advice, or whatever, you know where to find me at Scobie __ on Twitter. And we'll see. Well, in saying that, Rage Trade Mondays, I'll be here. Don't know about Joshy. Who knows? He'll probably send me a text 40 minutes before it and say, nah, not coming tonight. But he has been recalled by Mr. Hinkley, so maybe he's in a better mood. So thank you to everyone that dropped by tonight, and I'll see you Monday night, Rage Trade Mondays. And we should have Verns as well. So make sure you're there. Just do it. You're not doing anything else on a Monday night. You're coming to watch Rage Trade Mondays. Simple. Enjoy the evening. Hopefully Carlton get absolutely slaughtered. Pies win. And it's a great weekend for the SuperCoach. Enjoy it.